Hey guys, have you seen there is definitely an influx of more inventory of homes coming on the market right now?
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it? I've seen it. There definitely are more homes. Every week, the amount of homes that are on tour, more homes, right?
Okay.
More homes on open house, more homes for sale. And we want to talk about that a little bit because, yes, inventory is creeping up. However, those things are going just as quick
As they have been?
as they have been, which is amazing. But it's great that there's more homes coming on.
Well, I have a question. I mean,
Yes.
you currently have 10% of the homes for sale in San Ramon are your clients. Is that correct?
That is,
Roughly.
I'm almost blushing, but yes, that's
Roughly.
true.
Okay.
Yes.
So what, from the horse's mouth, what is causing, because we could speak to like broad spectrum, hey, there's more inventory and just as many buyers, but why are your clients selling? Like what's causing this surge? Is it it's season? What's changing?
Each one of them is moving out of the area.
Out of state or out of the area?
Out of the area.
Okay,
So
good.
nobody's moving out of
No
state.
one's leaving.
At
Good.
least in my little grouping.
Yeah.
Nobody's moving out of state, but they are moving out of the area and are wanting to capitalize on the amount of money they are making on the house and go buy something that is, less.
So
Not necessarily downsizing, it's financially downsizing, I
Yes.
guess, because the homes are the same size or slightly
But
different, but financially downsizing.
but at a lower price.
Correct.
So we have Bay Area people who are cashing in on their
Yes.
Bay Area equity and moving to places like Roseville, Rockland,
Yes.
El Dorado Hills.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
So more or same house for less money.
Yep.
And then what do they do with the equity?
So that's a great question. I'm dealing with that right now. We're trying to figure out what to do with the equity. So they've got to pay some capital gains because I got some people that are making some money off this. So
Yeah.
they've got to talk to their accountants and get that figured out too. But most of them just want to kind of keep that as a nest egg.
Nice.
And just let it sit there. Okay, I'm fine with paying this capital gains. And I'm going to let that sit there. And hey, I'm at a point now where I don't want to work as much and I've got that money and I know it's going to put it in a savings account. It's getting 5% or what have you, and they're okay with that. And they're moving on to another life where they got a lot of people in the same neighborhood that like to do the same things, and they have their little bunco clubs, and they've got their
Sounds like
bocce
Lincoln to
ball,
me.
and right. So yeah, which is kind of fun. So, but the point of this story is, as a buyer, a lot more homes are coming on,
Right.
which is great.
Which we've been waiting for I'll say years.
Yes.
At this point.
And so in our area here, so we're talking San Ramon, Dublin, Danville, Blackhawk, Alamo. Dublin, San Ramon, Danville are being scooped up as quick as possible. Blackhawk is as well. Alamo inventory is coming down a little bit, but there are some lulls.
Yeah.
And we talked about that
Yeah,
on the last
last
video.
one, yeah.
So Alamo has got some homes I think that are great homes, and if you ever wanted Alamo, I mean that's a great opportunity because you're going to have some places that have been on the market for a little bit, and you can actually buy a house and maybe negotiate a little bit. San Ramon, not as much. However, there are some homes in San Ramon right now, which I've been blown away because I've been reaching out to a couple of my clients that I can't believe the pricing, and they started too high and have done some price reductions. And I've reached out to a couple of my clients saying I think this is a great buy. So I think that there are a few opportunities because San Ramon's got 40 homes for sale. That's it.
That's
still. But there's 4 or 5 that have been sitting that are dying to have an offer.
Well, and I think so, being the buyer guy, right?
Yeah.
I only get to talk to buyers. I still have clients waiting for a surge of inventory, thinking that that's going to bring home prices down. And even though we've seen that happen, we have just as many buyers as there were. It's just the supply and demand, I think, will always be off here in the Bay Area, at least in the cities we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's just a desirable area. Everybody wants to be here. So we're not going to see enough inventory hit to get prices to come down. But on the Alamo ones, instead of looking at price reductions, because a lower price at these current interest rates still might not feel affordable.
Yeah.
That's where seller credits come into play. Doing
Yes.
2-1 buy downs where you discount the interest rate by
Yes.
2% the first year, even 3-2-1 buy downs where it's discounted 3% the first year. It's not just about the price of the home. There's a way to use the seller's money to your advantage to either keep more money in pocket to cover closing costs
For sure.
or reduce your interest rate to make it more affordable while we wait for the inevitable to
This
happen,
is about
which is
that
rates coming down.
monthly payment.
That's
If
right.
you're able to get that monthly payment down and it's
right.
comfortable, great.
Yes, and then you're into Alamo, and because what's going to happen when rates do truly come down?
Yeah.
prices are going to go up even faster.
For sure. And coupling on that is, truthfully, the few homes that did make a little mistake and price too high, they're overshooting the market and they price too high and they've had some price changes.
Got to come down.
Gosh, that's something else you should think about too, because it's great that I have so many buyers that look at that, they can't wait to see the new home that just came on the market. We got to go see this. I'm like, oh, how about this one that's been on the market for 33 days? Well, nobody's buying it. There must be something wrong with it.
Isn't that weird?
And
It's like, always been a phenomenon.
Yeah. So it's like, well, let's go look at that one that's been on for 33 days and let's think about that more. Because you know what? They overpriced and they've come down, maybe not enough, but if everything else is selling so quickly, why is that one on the market? So I think there's more negotiating room. So if I were a buyer right now, I would like to know that, hey, these 5 homes have been on the market for, right now in our market, 3 weeks, 4 weeks is a long time. So if you are at 3-4 weeks, look at those homes. Go check them out. See if they're okay, because then you might actually have some negotiating room on those homes too.
Well, and I think it's the sheeple mentality of if nobody else wanted it, then I probably don't either.
Right.
I had a client in Petaluma who, was the I'm not going to buy for 9 months guy. Didn't want to get pre-approved. Goes and sees a house on Thursday. Calls me Thursday afternoon. Sean, we just found our dream house, and it had been on the market for almost 60 days. But it was their dream house.
Yeah.
Just because nobody else saw it that way doesn't mean it's not right for you.
Right.
So to your point, don't do what everyone else is doing. Go see if it's the right one for you, and then you can negotiate credits to set it up the way that you want it.
Yeah.
Lots of opportunity out there.
Tons. Thank you for saying that. You just beat me to it. But without a doubt, I mean, reach out to us. I'd be happy to share which homes have been on the market for a long time. And of course, another thing that we were talking about earlier today too with Sean is, I have some people that are wanting to buy a place and they think they've got to put 20 or 25 or 30% down. And that is causing them pause on doing something. And all I say is call Sean, talk to Sean, see what he can do, see what we can do. So again, I appreciate you guys listening. We're always here for you all the time. Jason Caskie, Coldwell Banker, Sean Herrero, Cross Country Mortgage. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you soon.
See you soon.